Hey traders, John Howell here today. I'll be looking at the markets and what happened today. Fed obviously did the whole pausing situation there, so we knew that was going to come. I want to share something with you, the reason why I knew they're probably going to pause, and they're probably pausing now for a while. I'm going to share something with you when it comes to that, when it comes to the interest rates. Also, you know the whole analogy, right? Buy when people are fearful, sell when people are greedy, right? You know what is happening right now, especially across, look at this technology sector. Oh my goodness, let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, I am giving away free membership access to that trading course. See that trading course on the screen right now. If you need help with say understanding a good trading setup, I actually took a really good trade today myself. Beautiful trade. If you need help with the chart reading strategies or the mindset stuff, I'm giving away free membership access. That second link in the description there, guys. Click on that. You can see you can get free membership access to that free trading course there. So guys, the big thing I really want to share with you is this. Okay, there's a few things I want to share with you here. Firstly is that one of the biggest mistakes that most people make is chasing the already chased, right? Chasing the already chased. And what I mean by that, and I just made that up, but if that doesn't make sense to you, that's okay, because it doesn't make sense to me. But let's just let's just bear with it here, okay? So the whole thing about this, guys, is that as we know, right, buy when people are fearful, sell when people are greedy. And because look at this here. So year to date, technology stocks are up almost, the technology sector, communication and consumer cycles. I'm going to get some flack in the chat box there, right? So that's what we're seeing there. Those three levels through there, right, is that's what we're getting from there to there, right? So that's what we're getting. So we're getting all this here, and this is where a lot of people are chasing it. If you want to be looking for opportunities, look for opportunities, I would say, in these bottom sectors here. Buy when people are fearful. There's really good opportunities that, you know, that, look at this here, minus, break even, right? There's really good opportunities in this bottom sort of 80% here and not in the top 30%, because we're getting very close towards the peak of the markets through there, right? If we have a look at the screener, not the screener, the maps, right? You can see here, look at this here, in the video up real big today. You know, we had INTC up big today. Getting a lot of markets are moving, and guess what this is creating? A lot of FOMO in the markets. A lot of FOMO is coming into the markets, and it really is starting to push a lot of people into the wrong fields through there. And so again, buy when people are fearful, sell when people are greedy, right? So we can see that that's what's going on there right now. But let me show you something here. This is that's the FinViz maps we're seeing through there of what's going on. And so you want to be very careful of that. And again, this is something that I talked about yesterday, but look at this here. Look where we are right now. The last time we were at this extreme greed reading, and guys, I'm talking about this here. If you watch my few videos in the last few days, I've been talking about this, guys, because this has given us a warning sign. You know how there's like, you know, when you're driving. All right, I'm gonna give you a personal story. You know when you're driving and you see on the side of the road, you know, mobile cameras detected in this area, and you're thinking, yeah, right, this guy, right, me, right? This is what actually happened a couple of weeks ago. So what happened was, you know, you're like, oh yeah, right, whatever. So when you might be driving along on a freeway or something like that, you know, when you bring up your phone, you might be like changing a song or changing the podcast, stuff like that. You know, yes, I shouldn't do it, and it was wrong. But this is what actually happened to me, right? So there's the signs are there saying, hey, there's a warning here, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, right, whatever. And so I must have used the phone maybe for 10 seconds or 20 seconds or something, just to change the song or maybe the podcast or whatever I was listening to on there. And, you know, and suddenly what happened yesterday, I got a good old letter from the good old GOV in my inbox. And it says, hey, you were caught on your phone, 5 demerit points, and almost a $2,000 fine. I was like, are you serious now? When did it happen? And the really weird thing is, or the really interesting thing is, that especially here in Australia, you can go onto the website and you actually can see the car and see you on the phone because the cameras catch you. It's crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy. Now, that's that story there, which one is true, all right? A few weeks ago, I went for a nice drive to the beach. It takes me about an hour or so to get to the beach. You know, and then on the way back, I was obviously using the phone, and it was the wrong thing to do, and I shouldn't have been there. And guess what? The signs were giving me the warning, right? The sign was the warning, was saying, "Hey, you better be careful by using your phone." Oh, whatever. They're just trying to scare you. That's not real. They don't have those. And guess what? Today, 2 weeks later, I get a $2,000 fine. It was actually $1,800 fine and 5 demerit points off my license. 5 demerit points? Are you serious now? So it's like, man, I'm gonna be on my best behavior, right? Now I didn't listen to the warning signs or the warning sign to say, hey, mobile cameras detected in this area, right? That was the warning sign. Nah, it's not gonna happen. Guess what happens? I'm going to be on my best behavior because I haven't got that many points left on my license. So anyway, so the purpose of me telling you that is, guess what? This is the same thing that's happening right now. And guess where we're likely to be 2 to 4 weeks from now? You got it, right? This extreme greed, that's that mobile speed camera. That's that mobile speed camera sign, right? And it's saying, hey, cautious. Nah, who cares about that? This thing's going to the moon. Let's go. Right? And as you can see here from the timeline perspective, look at this here. 81. Last time we got up here to 81, extreme greed. Guess what happened? Right? We end up getting a pullback to the extreme fear reading. Right? And so you can see all of that. And also, once again, another big warning sign is what? The good old VIX. Right, the good old VIX. Let's go to the daily charts. I don't need the moving average on there. Look where the VIX is right now, guys. The VIX is still ultra low levels, guys. These are the warning signs, right? The extreme greed. We've got the VIX going up, and I'm going to get to the actual charts in a minute, which is going to give the third warning sign. There's 3 massive warning signs to say big pullback is still coming. The first warning sign is extremely greed. Second warning sign is look where the VIX is, right? Again, signaling extreme greed in the markets. And as you can see, we're ultimate low levels through here. We haven't been this optimistic in the markets since back here in 2020, right? And then that was the COVID spike, which obviously caused the COVID crash, right? So when we see that, we can see now people here, the VIX is now ultra low. What is that signaling? That signaling is what? That's signaling that we're going to then start to see what? A movement back to the upside, right? So that's the this one here is the second camera, the second mobile camera sign that's right in front of your face right now. It's like, nah, it's not going to happen. Here we go. And the third one is ultimately let's actually go to this one here. Ultimately, the third one is look how vertical this move has been, right? And we know just looking at through history and the way the markets work is that whenever we have gotten very big vertical moves like this here, just pretty much just straight up, whenever we get that, guess what we ended up getting? We end up getting what? Some form of a big pullback, all right? A really big pullback. So warning sign number 1 that a big pullback is coming is the fear and greed index, where we are right now. Warning sign number 2 is the VIX, and warning sign number 3 is the market is so overextended, especially in the technology sector, that most people are chasing this area through here. And no, I'm not trying to call a top right now today. I'm just saying that the last week I've been saying that yes, we may be what we call the last 20 percentile, right? If we have if we have like from there to there, if this is like, if you measure this from like 0, like that's the ultimate start of the bull leg, and this is 100, guess where we are right now here? We're probably getting towards that, I would say 85 to possibly even 90%. So we may have a little bit more upside, but then guess what's coming, right? It's written all over the wall. So guys, don't be me, right? Do not be me, especially when with the technology sector. Do not be me. Do not see the there's a mobile cameras in this area detected. They're going to detect use your mobile. Like, nah, it's not going to happen. Don't be me, right? These are 3 major warning signs that are happening right now in the markets. And they're really going to start to create a big shift. And you're going to see probably a good pullback over the next month or so in the markets. And it is coming through there. So what I want to share with you right now, guys, is, before I do that, guys, if you'd like to actually get coaching from me for free, if you'd like to get access to my top trading strategy for free, my scanning process for free, try out my entire top level coaching program for free. I'm running a 30-day risk-free trial to my coaching program. That first link in the description there, guys, you can click on that 30-day risk-free trial. Click on that, go over there. You can get all the details. There's even a video there as well too that's going to walk you through my trading strategy and how I trade the markets and all the details about the coaching program. But if you want to get coaching from me, you want to actually get coaching and try it and get coaching from me for free to try it all out. You want to get access to my top level trading strategy that is the best on the planet. You want to get access to my private community for free, and you want to get access to my entire membership area. I'll teach you all the ins and outs of what it takes to be a top 1% trader. Again, try it all out for free. Then this is what I want you to do right now. That very first link in the description there, click on that and you can go get access. Because guys, I know what I teach and what I do is the best on the planet through there. And you'll be able to see that. Again, I took a trade today on the S&P 500 futures trade, made like 150 to 200% return on it. Just a beautiful, beautiful trade, guys. The stuff that I teach, the stuff that I use, and the way that I teach, and the trading system I teach, it will help you make more progress in the next 6 weeks than you have in the last 6 years. If you don't believe me, again, that's the reason I'm giving you a 30-day risk-free trial for you to test it all out. And if you're not happy, guess what? You don't have to stay a member. And if you are happy, guess what? Then you'll be staying a member. So anyway, guys, that's how confident I am in my coaching program. Try it all out for 30 days. Link in the description. Click on that. Go test it out right now. So one thing I want to share with you and I want to get onto is the GDX mining sector, right? The GDXJ and the mining sector through there. Look at this here. So we have this low point here, and we have this low point here, and we have this low point through here right now. And we are actually starting to slowly create this downward leg through here. Very, 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 very interesting point where we are right now to see what is likely to happen moving forward. What's coming moving forward from there, right? So we have this low point through here, and we have this resistance point through here. So if we do hold through here, it's going to be really interesting to see what actually happens here, because on the weekly charts, if I go to my weekly charts here, look at this here. On my weekly charts, we are still creating, and remove that, we're still creating these lows, higher lows, and now potentially another higher low through here. So we are starting to slightly roll over on that daily charts, but we're still creating these high lows through. So we're in a bit of a what's coming next, right? To me, it looks like we're about to see some selling off in the stock market, and then maybe a rising in the metals there. So we have a low, we still have a high low, so we're still in a very strong, let me take that off the screen there. We're still in a very strong upward leg through here on that GDX. And so this could be some sort of a high low here. We're going to wait to see what actually happens tomorrow on this through here. That's the GDXJ. This is the GDX. Same sort of thing as well too. Look at this here. All right, let's take that off the screen. What do we have? A low, a high low. This still could be some form of a higher low here, guys. And then a breaking above that. And so that's that level through there, that sort of 32 level there that I'm watching. That could signal a really big, strong move to the upside coming. So we're going to wait and see what actually happens here. Do we start to get a nice, strong up bar through here, like a really up bar? If we do, then that is going to create a really big, strong that next leg up in the actual metals and miners through there. Let's go have a look at silver as well too. And silver is actually slightly just holding here. We have a low point through here, a higher low, and now this is another higher low through here as well too, right? Low, resistance, resistance, and resistance through here. As you can see, right, resistance, 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 and now we're finding a lot of support through here as well too. So that's what we're seeing through there on silver. Silver's really just holding here. We're not really getting any strength through here. So one thing you want to see with silver, that's silver sort of resistance level right there around the $24.50 level mark. We want to see a nice big break above that level through there. If we can get that, right? If we can get that, then we're off to the races again for the good old silver market. And moving on to gold. Gold had a small little down day today. You see it's really holding this level here of resistance. A big thing here for gold, guys, once again though, is that we're still in a very strong upward trend through here. Right? Very, 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 very strong upward trend. So trying to short gold right now would be really, really, really risky, right? Because we have a low point, we have a higher low. This still could be some form of a higher low. So there's a massive probability looking at gold, right? There's a massive probability that we're looking at gold that we could actually start to see something like this. And then we get something like that. And then we can actually see a big move to the upside from there. And last but not least, guys, let's have a good look at the, well, I want to actually before I want to share this with you here. Let's actually go over here, right? I want to share something with you. So let's go to the interest rates here. And this is something really interesting, right? A little bit of a last gift for you for today's video. So if I go to the, where are you? We're going to let's go to the Fed funds rate through here. All right, so we're going to click on the good old Fed funds rate. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, right? I'm going to add the US O2Y to this level through here, right? Which is basically the 2-year, okay? Which is basically the 2-year through there. So let's actually bring them. Let's bring them together. Now, notice something through here, right? Notice something through here. Every time the orange line is the 2-year, the blue line is what the Fed does, right? What the Fed did and does, right? So the Fed right now is doing what? The Fed did that, right? Actually, you know what? Let's do this here. So the Fed on the screen is going to it's going to look like that, right? It's going to be a pause, right? This is a pause in the market. Interesting. Now, what can we take from this pause? Every time the 2-year starts to get, every time we go through a rate hike cycle and the 2-year gets below the Fed's funds rate, we actually then go through a pause and then a cut. Rate hike, and that's the 2-year. Rate hike, that's the 2-year below. We get a pause and we get a rate cut. We go through the next rate hike cycle, 2003, 4, up. The 2-year starts to get below the Fed's funds rate. Again, the orange line is the 2-year. The blue line is the is obviously the Fed funds rate. And then look what happens. We pause and then we cut. Up. The 2-year gets below the Fed funds rate. We pause and then we cut. Up. Look what's happening right now. We're getting what? We're getting below the Fed funds rate. So what's happening now? We're pausing. Guess what? Pause, and then guess what's coming, right? Who knows when it's going to come, right? Then guess what's coming next, right? So we get that through there. So that's what we're looking through there, guys. We're starting to see all of the big cycle happening. So there's a real big shift that's taking place right now.